All right, good. Is it loud? Is it quiet? Is it just the right temperature? Awesome. All right, we'll just give it 1 more minute and then we'll start doing some stretches. Nice one, Amy. I'm glad you're good. Living your best lockdown life, I hope. So what course are you guys on at the moment? And gals? All right. It's great. Thanks, Jack. Public services, sport. I wish I lived covered in paint. All right. Beauty level 3. All right, cool. Well, look, I think we'll get cracking on it now because it's coming up to 9:35. And I'm only going to go through just a few stretches for you. The main thing is at the moment, obviously, what a lot of us are sat at a computer screen all day, and you're kind of in this position, yeah, kind of like hunched over and normally lean forward. All right, so you kind of, if you keep staring like that, you pretty much look like the Hunchback of Notre Dame and like a chicken looking to peck at the screen. And the reason why that is because when you do that, you've just got a natural tendency to like get closer towards the screen, which gives you that forward head tilt, which can cause some problems in your neck and your shoulders. So what you need to do is stretch your chest, get movement in your shoulders and your thoracic spine, and stop that forward head tilt. So you want to be pushing it back. So I'm just going to go through a few stretches that'll help counteract that kind of like hunched over position that a lot of us find ourselves in when we're watching telly or when we're working on the computer. All right, so the first, spend enough of our life on our backsides. So really simple. You're going to stand up and you're just going to lift your shoulders up and then let them drop down, okay? So what you need to do is tuck your tailbone in, and you're going to take 10 deep breaths. So when you do your deep breath in, you lift your shoulders, and on the exhale, you drop them down. And when you drop them down, make sure that your shoulders are pulled back and down. Don't just drop them forward or hunchy. So we're going to do 9 more of those. So and try and take deep breaths when you breathe out. Every time on your exhale, just see if you can drop your shoulders a little further down. All right, and after that, you should already feel a little bit looser in your shoulders, but you need to get some movement in them. So we're going to do some shoulder rotations, and not just the ones down by your side where you're just doing this, shrugging it out. Put your hands on your shoulders. Again, tuck that tailbone in. If you're leaning forward like that, like you're Beyonce in a nightclub, that's the wrong thing. You need to be tucking it up. You're not a club, you're looking after your posture. All right, so big circles forward. And we're going to do 10 of those going back. All right, so 9, Okay, and as you come back, really squeeze those shoulders. Okay, so your scapula right there, feel like you're pulling it, like you're going to trap a pencil, and then rotate forward where you can actually round your shoulders a bit to get as much movement as possible. And 10. All right, so once you've done the 10 shoulder rotations backwards, what are you going to do next? Great question. Thanks for asking. You're just going to reverse it. So you're going to go back and forward. And that back pull, again, pull your back really tight, chest stretched, and then forward. All right, done. So you should be feeling a little looser already after that. Now, like I said earlier, a lot of the reason why you go into that posture there is because your chest is tight. Okay, your chest muscles are pulling you forward and pulling you back. So it's really important that you open up that chest. Now, the best way that I know of to do that is to kind of put yourself against the wall like this. If you have a doorway, even better, because you can do it at the same time. So find yourself a wall or a doorway, hands up like that, and just step forward until you feel a stretch right here across your chest and at the back in your shoulder. Now you can move this around, play around with the stretch that you get. The higher you go, the greater the stretch you're going to feel here, but you'll feel it less in your shoulder. The lower down you go, you'll feel a stretch more in your shoulder, but less in your chest. So play around with it, have fun with it, and just go until you feel that stretch. Don't force it. And again, we'll just do it for about between 5 and 10 breaths, whatever you feel comfortable with. Okay, right, so I've just done 5. So if you're in a doorway, you're going to be stretching both sides of them. Obviously, because I'm using the wall, I'm not. So I'm going to turn it around. And I'm just going to do the same on the other side and hold it for 5 more breaths. All right. Now, if you have time, I recommend doing the 10 breaths on each side, just because that chest stretch is going to do wonders for how you feel and how you hold yourself. Okay. And those are hunched over, that slouch posture. Not only is that bad for mobility, but because our body associates this position with stress, like when we're working or when we're playing a computer game, we're under a little bit of stress. It's not mad stress, but it's still stress, and your body associates that position with stress. So if you just naturally go into that position, your body's more likely going to release cortisol, which is the stress hormone. One of the last stretches I'll recommend for you today is sort of like an advanced child's pose. So if you've got a chair or a bench, or even if you go against the couch, you're going to put your arms on here either side and just sink back forward and let your shoulders, let gravity kind of like do its work, and you should feel stretch in your chest and in your shoulders again. And again, just hold it for between 5 and 10 breaths. All right. And that's us done for the day. Also, now what I'd recommend you do, if you can, try and work that into your daily routine. If you just do it, take 5-10 minutes in the morning, and you'll notice a hell of a difference as you sit down into your work. Okay. Don't forget, Josh will be live again tomorrow, 9:30, and again on Friday. I'll be back here next Wednesday with some more stretches. If you need any help, feel free to reach out. You can get my email. It's paul.vincent. I tell you what, I'll put it in. And I'm going to be posting some tips on social media on best practice for your posture and some other links to some more stretches for you. Other than that, have a great day. Take care. Stay safe. Have fun. Thanks, Amy. No worries, Jack. Tune in again next Wednesday. We'll do some different ones. And don't forget, keep working them in your daily routine. Bye, gang.